Culture today teaches that the Bible is outdated, that God's standards can change with time. God is exclusive. It's either all for God or it's not worship at all. Hey friends, welcome back to Living for Eternity. Have you ever wanted all the benefits of faith without the full commitment? Or tried to blend God with a little bit of what the world offers? Well, so did the Israelites. Let's turn to Exodus 32 and see what it really means to worship God and God alone. You know the phrase, have your cake and eat it too? We use it to describe people who want two good things at once without paying the cost, like getting rich without working, acing tests without studying, or let's be honest, wanting to go to heaven while still living like the world. But real life and real faith doesn't work that way. You can't follow Jesus and also follow the crowd. Worshipping God is not God plus something else. Jesus says in Matthew 16:26-27, what good is it for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul? That's a question we all need to sit with. Let's go back to the wilderness. The Israelites were fresh out of Egypt, saved by miracles, but still carrying the mindset of slaves and polytheists. When Moses was gone too long on Mount Sinai, they panicked. And what did they ask Aaron?
Make us God who will go before us.
They didn't stop believing in the idea of God. They just wanted a visible God, a God with a face. But that golden calf, that wasn't just a statue. It was a full-blown rejection of God's command. They wanted something they could see. They traded the creator for a creation. Just like in 1 Samuel 8:4-8, when Israel asked for a king instead of God. Same heart, different idol. Friends, seeing is believing may be a popular saying, but it's not the way of faith. Hebrews 11:1 reminds us that faith is believing what we do not see. The Israelites weren't done with polytheism. Aaron likely chose the calf because of the Egyptian bull god Apis. Even after entering the promised land, they kept mixing worship with other religions. But here's the truth. God will not share his glory. God is exclusive. It's either all for God or it's not worship at all. This applies today too. So many belief systems, Hinduism, animism, even some forms of cultural Christianity, try to merge tradition and spiritual comfort. But when we do that, we're not worshiping God anymore. We're worshiping a version of what makes us feel good. Culture today teaches that the Bible is outdated, that God's standards can change with time, that it's okay to compromise on things like sex before marriage or gender identity, or even the definition of truth. But compromising with culture is a subtle way of saying, God, you're not enough. So what is worship? Let's look at Psalm 115. Idols people make, they're dead. They have eyes but can't see, ears but can't hear. And those who make them will become just like them. Worship is a laying down of our hearts before God, not just a Sunday song, not a vibe or a feeling. It's the total surrender of our lives to the only one who is worthy. Would you rather share in God's glory or end up like the things we idolize, empty, broken, and destroyed? Now in Exodus 32:7-14, we see God's anger. Some are shocked that he wanted to destroy the very people he rescued. But remember, God made a covenant in Exodus 24, a blood covenant. If they broke it, punishment was death, and they did break it. But Moses intercedes. He pleads with God based on two things: God's covenant with Abraham and God's reputation among the nations. And what does God do? He relents. Why? Because that's who he is. Slow to anger, quick to forgive. Even though he saw everything, every ounce of rebellion, he chose mercy. So what is sin really? It's not just lying or stealing. Jesus says in Matthew 15:10-20, sin starts in the heart. That means your idol might not be a golden calf. It might be approval, security, power, pleasure. James 4:1-2 even says, murder can start from a heart full of envy. So ask yourself, what has my heart been bowing to lately? Make gods for us, they said, but God says, you shall have no other gods before me. He's not being harsh, he's being loving. Because only he can satisfy the soul. You were made to worship him. Don't shrink him down to something small and convenient. Let God be majestic, holy, and unchanging. What idols do you struggle to let go of? Or how has God shown you mercy in your wilderness?